Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good. Hi, how are you? I'm great. It sounds like I'm lying, but I'm not. I am great, but I'm also funky, or I'm. I don't know. I wanted to make this video today to check in, to be real, honestly. I don't know, because I feel like a lot of the time, social media and things, YouTube, can be like performative, like everything's fine, you know, and everything is fine, for me at least, I'm blessed and fortunate to be alive in a healthy-ish body, healthy enough, with a roof over my head, but, you know, but feeling kind of heavy, still in high spirits, but feeling kind of heavy, so I just wanted to, be real and talk about that for, to let it out, for me, for you. Maybe you relate, maybe you don't. You're gonna do what you're gonna do. But I'm here to be real, and I've been talking for 2 minutes about nothing really, but that's okay. Anyways, okay, I don't know. I've just been thinking a lot. I've been thinking a lot about what do I want. Some of it I don't know, honestly. I know I want a house, but then the things I want, I also am unsure if the things I want are the things I want, or if there is motive behind it, like if I actually want something else, but you know what I mean? But then I'm like, oh, I don't know, I want this thing. I'm also just like, I don't know what I know. That's okay. I'm not anxious or worried or fearful about a lot of things being unknown to me right now. I'm surrendering to that, but at the same time, I don't feel lost. I just feel like, I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Because I love doing things. Like, I love to make art. There's painting of me. I love to make music. I love to dance. I love to have a good time. I'm a party person. I'm creative. I'm an artist. Artsy, craftsy individual, So that's me. And it's just like, how do I do this thing that I love and that be the thing that I get to live from? Because unfortunately, or maybe it's fortunately, trying to look at it with the right perspective, but money is a thing in this world that we live in. I'm sure you know. Money, woohoo. And it's like, I don't even really care about the money itself. I would just like to be comfortable being able to be in my own house, making things, you know what I mean? Still contributing to society. Not that I even fucking need to do that. Just saying. But I do want to do that, so I will do that. But I would like to do that from the comfort of my own home. But how do I get a home with land? In this world, apparently, you gotta have money to buy it. And so, how do I get that money? A job, right? I guess, or selling things. And I don't want to compromise, is the thing, I guess, because I could compromise and get a job that I don't care about, that I could make money from. But is it worth it? I don't think so. I don't really think it's worth it. I've had jobs like that. I've worked in fast food, and frankly, the vibes are off in those environments that I've worked at. So, why would I subject myself to that energy when I know I can do other things and I have value and worth? Those people that work there also have value and worth, but I'm saying, like, I'm different. I don't know. Like, I be creative and shit. And that's not to brag. I'm just saying I know myself. So, it's like compromise, but I'm not trying to compromise my life at all. I'm trying to live the life that I want to live. So it's just hard because I don't, like, there's jobs that I would take that wouldn't be a compromise. But they're in places that I do not currently live. And I do not have enough funds to move myself to those places. That's not to say that I am broke or don't have money, I'm surviving, doing the best I can. But could things be better? Yes. Just saying that for the universe, if the universe wants to help me out and make things better for me, I mean, and it's like, and it's also hard because I say this and think about this now, but then it's like, try not to compare myself to others, but other people, have it worse than me, potentially, or relatively, I mean, honestly, worse than me in my opinion, too, probably, it's like, I like having an apartment, like, I live in an apartment, and maybe, like, in the basement, in a house with 6 other apartments, and I can hear people all the time, and that's kind of annoying, but it's my own apartment, cheap rent, so, that's life, I guess, but it feels like a compromise, and I don't want to compromise anymore. So do I just not, because then it's like, if I don't compromise, how does, then what? Or, I'm like, how do I just, like, how do I get what I want from life in order to better life? Because I'm a lover, and I'm trying to beautify the world, leave it better than I found it. Good Lord, the Lord needs it. Or the world needs it. Maybe the Lord does too. Maybe that was a message. But, So I don't know if that even makes sense. But I said it. Yeah. I recently graduated college. Yeah, university. I have my BFA. Woohoo. And I feel okay. I feel I feel great about not being in the education system anymore, because I hate it. So catch me, I'm like, I never want to go to school again. But then at the same time, I'm like, it sucks because I would, like, teach. I would want to teach. But I would want to teach college, and I would need a master's degree. for that, so probably not gonna happen because I just don't really. I don't know. Sure, perspective, you know, in that I could just look at the positive things about university, and there are positives, not denying, because I love a positive, but I don't know if it was worth it. I don't know if all the school, literally all my life, I don't think it was worth it. So it's kind of just annoying that I had to do this thing for most of my life, and it didn't really serve me. So kind of a waste of time, to be honest. Anyways, you can sense my frustration, probably. So it's like, great, you know, like I'm free now, like, fuck a school. So then what do I do, you know? I don't know, you know? And I'm gonna figure it out, maybe, or the universe will gladly intervene or something. Please. Excuse me. Because it's just, I don't know. Right now, it's just not it. I don't know. I dyed my hair. I don't know. I'm just like checking in. I'm just like, what's up? You know, just this is me right now. It's June 28th, 2021. I'm 24. Oh, I was thinking about this earlier, and I really struggle with, is it confidence or like being secure? Not that I'm like insecure in myself. I mean, I am sometimes, naturally, but I think overall I'm secure enough because I know that like I'm weird and different, and I accept that, and I'm like, I'm not trying to be normal. Like other people trying to be, I'm like, I don't give two, three, four, five damns about any of that because I'm just trying to be me, vibing. But I was thinking about, or in relation to like me making music, I remember like hearing my dad. I'm like, because the journey, I feel like this journey was like, I know whenever I was younger that I used to sing and dance all the time because it was fun. You know what I mean? I was living life, gay ass kids, sugar in my tank, limp wrists, sinking ships. You know what I mean? So that was vibes as a kid, and then I don't know. I feel like I was silenced, to be honest. Not like, or it took a long time to I think realize that because I remember my dad saying something to me that just like came to me from my unconscious or subconscious, and it was just like one of those things. My dad, like, I don't know, like in the car, if like me or like, I don't know, I just remember him saying, like, if I was singing or my brothers were singing, he'd be like, oh, who sings that? He'd be like, and then they'd be like, oh, it's this person, and then he'd be like, oh, let them sing it then. And that to me is hurtful, honestly, and I'm letting it go, you know, it's like in the past, but it's still something that like impacted me as a person. I think that, I've been thinking about that also, because like in my other video, like the demo for How Long, you know, I'm talking about how I don't want to do covers of songs, and I was thinking about how I think I don't like doing covers because then someone could say that to me, like someone could be like, oh, who sings that, or like, let them sing it, you know, but it's like, if it's a song that I fucking wrote and made myself, who sings it? Me. So that feels like power, so that's why I'm leaning into that. So it's unfortunate. I don't know. Unfortunate. It's just like sad. I'm like, why could, or I don't know if it's sad. Life is a learning experience, you know, and I've definitely learned a lot growing up. I definitely have thicker skin. It's kind of, to me, it's disappointing, or like, I don't like how, whenever I've told people that, like, I was bullied, you know, in elementary school, middle school, whatever, you know, and I'm like, fine now, and I'm like, I'll fight somebody, but it was tough times, you know. I'd be crying, you know, I would like come home crying, but that's also because I'm a Pisces, so I'd just be crying, but also it's just like, anyways, where was I going with this? Oh, you know, but people are like, oh yeah, you're so strong now, you know, AJ, like, but it's like, why? Why is this, like, praised of, like, me being tormented as a kid and then coming out the other side? It's like, why couldn't I just have not, or you know what I mean? What are we doing for the people, like, the kids bullying people? And, you know, so that just, like, really annoys me when people are like, you know, you're so strong for, like, enduring, like, you know, this and, like, being yourself. And it's like, honestly, maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not strong. Maybe you're just weak. Maybe those people are just weak. And that's, you know, no, not judging her, but you know what I mean? It's like, I'm not that strong. I'm really not. Anyways, so that's things, I don't know. You know, this is what I felt like saying today. Yeah. Yeah. It's like, I went on my morning walk. I'd be going on walks because I live in a basement and it's dark and there's not a lot of windows, which I like sometimes, but it's also like I do like the sun. So, anyways, on my walk, I was reflecting upon how I feel, and sad, the word sad came to mind. I'm not sad though. It's hard because on one aspect of me living, there's like me, you know, my like higher self, or like my spiritual body, that just be like in the realms, the ethers, wherever, you know, and I'm just like vibing. And then I'm just like, you know, thank God that I'm alive, like, shout out the angels for protecting me, like, shout out my guides, my ancestors. I'd be thinking about ancestors in the sense of, like, queer people before me. So I think that's fun, you know, because I'm like, there was so much, like, BS about, like, wearing clothes that were, like, assigned to your gender, you know what I mean? So I'm like, definitely there are queer ancestors that I'm like, I'm doing this for y'all. I'm doing this for y'all. I mean, also me, but like also the future. You know what I mean? For the gays. For the gays. I'm doing it. But that's, you know, you know, but then me more like in the physical and like emotional, I'm kind of just like unsatisfied, even though I'm like spiritually satisfied, you know, like above, you know, I'm like grateful. But then like right here, I'm just like, what's good? I'm like, what's good? I'm like, so I'm like, how the fuck do I get out of here? Honestly, because I'm like, I love surprises, universe, but if like, you know what I mean? If someone could, like, give me a hint or, like, let me fucking know what, like, the next, like, month or two of my life, high key, because I'm, like, I'm just really trying to get settled into my own house, is really the tea. So, I don't know, but, you know, I'm here now. I'm here now. Life is slow, and I'm surrendering to that. You know, I'm like, okay, Earth, like, I'm in it, you know? Still loving, still love vibration. But then I'm also just like, meh, you know? But maybe that's the times, you know, good things coming, you know, right? Like down to up, waves, you know, I'm in the part that's like it's like I'm not even bored because it's like there are things there's always things I could be doing because I also just have so many projects that like are unfinished just because like I lose motivation or I'm just like or I don't have the time or I'm like more motivated for something else. I don't I'm gonna pull some cards. I'm gonna pull some cards. Not even for me. For just because I can. Because I can, and yeah, it's like I can do what I want. I truly can do what I want, so I'm going to. And this video is gonna be long, and that's that. I don't know. You know, it's like it's just fucking life. Okay, okay. Yeah, okay. Yo. Spirit guides, ancestors, angels. Wow, already. Stars. In this deck, it's the stars instead of the star. But we got this lamb, you know, pouring, like, what? Um, the waters of, like, the fountain of youth, right? You know, it's like. We'll read what this card has to say. I think I'm just gonna, like. We're just gonna pull some things, I guess, or like I don't know. You know, I'm like, what spirit? What's the people got to know today? What does the collective, my collective, the people that are like trying, or the people that I'm like that vibe with me? You know, the people that I be vibing with. What we need to know. So we gonna figure that out. I guess spirit, yeah. What do we need to know? Collective. Oh, we need to know that Two of Pentacles. We got the Star and Two of Pentacles. So far, what else? I feel like we got a lot of cards today. This one was feeling some way. Okay, we got Justice also with. Wow, look how cool. I love these cards. By the way, shout out the Tarot of the Magical Forest. Look at this cool ass bunny, bro. If you know me, you know I'm an elemental. So I be in the forest. I be going on walks. Anyways. The collective. What do we need to know today? Okay, we got Three of Pentacles. We got a lot of pentacles, a lot of earth energy trying to get grounded today, apparently. One more card is something that I hear in my brain. It's this one. Five of Pentacles. Out of Pentacles. Actually, another card. Because we got 2, 3, 4, 5 of Pentacles. Two more cards. Actually, because I like that number. But yeah, you guys. Even though, I'm going through things, still got so much love, like I be saying, like, I got so much love for you, even though I'm, like, going through it right now, because I'm just like, what the fuck is life, and, like, what's going on, but, what's that song that's, like, humans love to inviting chaos and confusion? I don't know, but I'm hearing this song, I'm just, I don't know, inviting chaos and confusion, it's just, like, humans love to invite chaos and confusion. Wow, okay, girl. I mean that for any gender. When I say girl, just saying. So, if you can't, like, be called girl, then I'm not trying to be your friend. That's just tea. King of Pentacles. Wow, okay. And that's what it is today. So we got Star and Justice, okay. We got 2, 3, 5, 8 King of Pentacles. So we definitely getting on up there. Like 2, 3, 5, 8 King, like straight up. Pulled them in order, so we going up, y'all. And they're all Pentacles, so this is kind of wild. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna read this little book, because just for, the start, whatever, it's here in the physical realm. Okay, so the Two of Pentacles is talking about exploiting differences. The Three, at least from this deck's perspective or whatever, the Three of Pentacles is talking about working with ingenuity. The Five of Pentacles talking about an overwhelming attraction for material goods, sometimes dominating all the rest. Eight of Pentacles, repetitive and uncertain work. King, possession, control of resources. So I feel like it's saying doing work, or like the work, like with the Eight of Pentacles to get to the point of being the King of Pentacles with like abundance and like you got it, you got the resources, This king got tomatoes. Or apples, actually. Apples or tomatoes. At his feet. Because he got it. He got the resources. So we trying to get to the get. Like, the get is coming, I guess. Is what I'm being told through the cards. You got ingenuity, so like looking at something from, like out of the box, like trying to look, like being out of the box, doing something differently than you have before, is something that I think you need to do, or we need to do in order to like move through to get what we want. So there's one part, and then the Star and Justice, okay, that's like, and these cards are cute, so I'm gonna okay. So, by starlight, pretty sheep goes to the magic lake. The sheep says, I look at my reflection in the water that I pour and let trickle lightly down the green grass. I renew the magic and hope of the forest. I renew the magic and hope of the forest. So I feel like this is saying, like, in this journey, that's apparently very physical and grounded in the material, because we got literally all pentacles. But renewing yourself in this journey is funny. That's like also above the Three of Pentacles, so it's like renewing your innovative like brain, you know, the ingenuity, like, but it's like ingenuity I feel like is comes from like not doing and doing things repetitively. You know, it's like if you do something repetitively enough, like you'll probably like mess up in a way that like leads for the thing not to be repetitive, is something that I enjoy. I think I use that concept with like my music. You know, I'll like repeat the same like notes, you know, and then eventually, I don't know, I just like allow, I don't know, you know, I like try to do the notes the same, but then eventually it just like I'll like mess up, but then it like I just like lean with it, you know. So just like go with the flow and accept things, I feel like, is what that's saying to me. Justice. I'll read this little justice card. How cute with this little alligator, alligatress, whatever you want them to be. Okay. Okay. So what this is saying is, okay, so in the enchanted forest, when two animals have a dispute, the crocodile godmother, she magical, is called to judge who is wrong and who is right. Place your arguments on the dishes of the scales and don't cheat. Very Libra. So we are integrity. We're, you know, called to be, to have integrity, to live in your truth, I feel like is what it's saying, you know, to honor your truth and like be fair to yourself, you know, but then also treating others like how you want to be treated, you know what I mean? Because it's like how you treat yourself is how like the world's gonna treat you, like, so be fair and like just to yourself, like, I feel like is what's being said with that. So, period. And then we got this deck. Shout out Akon Star Elohe for getting me a lot of things. This deck is one of them. Shout out, it's my motherfucking, that's my best friend. She a real bad bitch, got her own money. She don't need me, but we still friends because we friends. Anyways, oh, these two cards. What we got? I achieve with integrity, y'all. Literally, what I was saying with the justice. You know, like I feel like that's saying I achieve with integrity is saying that like if you are honest, genuine, and have integrity, you know, and like work hard, then what you do will be accessible and you will achieve. And that like, and then that makes me think about how like if you don't have integrity, then like your achievements won't be long lasting, or like it'll be like a tower moment, and you'll like build this tower, but then girl, don't have integrity, Mother Earth, when you get striked, you're gonna fall then because you have nothing really foundational to support yourself with, you know? You like, your tower is built on lies if you don't have integrity. So have integrity. Reminder, you know, girl. You know. And then so the card, I follow my inner guidance. I got chills. I got chills because this really is like, this it for me. Like following your inner guidance, because let me tell you something. Can I tell you something? Let me tell you something. whenever I was younger, I remember like it was like 6th grade, being in math class, and for some reason I just like I felt like I just like knew the answers to the questions. You know, I don't know if it was like the way I just felt it. You know what I mean? It was like I was like, damn, I just know these answers. But then, you know, in math class, it's like, oh, you have to show your work, like you have to show how you got these answers, and that was the part that tripped me up because then it's like rule following, and you're supposed to like get to a result one way instead of like being able to go your own way to this result. And so then that was just like issues, like that created issues for me, and I low-key was like not doing as well. But then my mom was like, follow your gut, because I told her this. I was like, I remember just being like, it's like crazy because it's like I'll feel the answer, like I'll just be like, I think it's this one. I don't know why, who cares, but I just feel like it's this one. And then I wouldn't go with that because, like, you know, having to like get to that with work or whatever. And my mom was just like, no, go with your gut. So I follow my inner guidance and I go with my gut because it's never led me wrong, to be honest. To be honest. I have another story. It's kind of embarrassing. Not really embarrassing. Well, kind of embarrassing. Or I don't know. It was a lesson. Learn from me. Learn from me, please, because you don't want to make mistakes that I've made. I mean, unless you do want to make mistakes, and that's your life, bro. I support you however you want to be. But for me, one time, I was seeing this dude, and he was honestly not great. Shady. I had low standards for myself at the time, so I just accepted that. And that was the whole thing. He doesn't deserve me. I know my worth now. But at the time, I was seeing this dude, and I was like, I don't know, it was like weird. He wanted me to like come over, like he had a hotel, and I like stayed with him, a hotel room, and I stayed with him in this hotel for a day or a night, you know. And then I went home or whatever, like the next day. Or it was like, honestly, it was like later. It was like, yeah, the next day, and then later that night, the next day or whatever. He was like, he wanted me to come back because he got like another night in the hotel room. And I had this feeling. That I was like, I shouldn't go back to this man who don't deserve me. What we got? Wow, card coming out. 7 of chalices, 7 of cups. Talking about this. So I go anyways. Or before this, y'all, this is why I'm like, listen to your inner guidance. I'm like, listen to your inner guidance. Because I literally gave myself a reading before I went to this man's hotel room. And literally, I felt the presence of the angels. I was feeling the presence of the angels, and they were like, AJ, like, if you go, like, something unsatisfactory, unsavory is gonna happen. Like, you shouldn't go back to see this man, probably ever. Like, you should not. You very should not. That was even before the cards. And then I was like, I didn't even want to listen to that. You know, that was just the angels telling me. But then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do the cards. And I was doing some cards, and it was basically saying the same thing. Like, don't go. Like, death. Like, a bad, you know, hanged man decision. Like, switch it up, girl. But I went anyways. And then whenever I came back the next day, he stole money from me. So, learned my lesson there. Listen to your inner guidance. That's how I'm gonna end this video. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here today. Yeah, live your life. whatever, I don't know. But yeah, I do know. Live your life. I got love for you. You got love for me. Let's all love.